IVC, Dale Gatefold 33 back with another video, and this is a thread response to a video that Richard McCook did recently where he showed perfect sides of albums, and I just saw on my feed that Rob Walker's done one as a response to this. I haven't watched his response yet, so I thought I would have a go at this, but also make it difficult, because I guess if this becomes a thread, I suspect that there'll be quite a few similar albums being shown. So what I thought I'd try and do is I'm going to show 25 perfect sides from 25 albums, one from each year of the 21st century. I feel like I've been overgrading albums in the 21st century. But these are ones, and the way I've done it is actually I've gone onto my iTunes library. I kind of rip most of the albums I've got on vinyl. I've also got digitally on CD or download. I rip the albums and I grade the tracks, and all of these albums for the sides I'm selecting have got all 5-star tracks on that side. So so I haven't revisited and listened to all of 25 sides of these albums. So I will keep this brief and rattle through, but I thought it would be probably a bit of fun to just show something different. Those of you who know me know that it's going to be a lot of, I don't listen to words particularly, I listen to music and feel. So a lot of these as well, it's the feel of the side, particularly in the recent sort of synth-based stuff. It's a feel for the side of music rather than saying, oh yeah, that song is great, that song is great. Okay, before I dig myself further into a hole, I'll get on with it. So starting in 2000, and we have this album, Gold Fraps Felt Mountain from 2000. And I should have said, I've kind of got 25 perfect sides. I've got 10 A's, 10 B's, and then 5 albums where there are actually more than one perfect side. But yeah, so no preference for A's or B's particularly. So this one starts with it's side A on this album. So Lovely Head, Paper Bag, Human, Pilots, and Dear Stop are a great, make up a great, perfect even side of music. Moving on to 2001, and I haven't taken these out of the covers because there's 25, and I don't want to take forever putting them back. Probably my favourite Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds album is No More Shall We Part from 2001, and against side A, this is As I Sat Sadly by Her Side and No More Shall We Part, the very sprawling Hallelujah, and then the beautiful Love Letter make up side A of this double album. A lot of doubles because we're in the 21st century CD, so there's a lot of doubles in this. Next up, 2002, Sigur Rós and their untitled album with untitled tracks. So, however, I think side B, so this is a mood piece completely throughout, but side B of the mood piece I think is a perfect mix of Johnson's sort of strange, wordless or made-up language, Icelandic vocals with the beautiful instruments and feel of the music. So yeah, I've gone for side B on Sigur Rós's album from 2002. Next one is also a side B. This is 2003 and Opeth's Damnation. So this is kind of like a two-parter, Deliverance and Damnation. Deliverance was a very aggressive, hard rock, heavy album with Michael Ackerfeld doing those throat singing vocals in it, and then Damnation was a beautiful, ethereal, almost Pink Floyd-like. And side B of this starts with a sort of closure, is quite a rocking, quite atonal song to get it started, but then it is very Floyd-like for the remainder of side B of that album. Okay, so 2004 now, I'm going with Arcade Fire from Canada, indie rock, came on the scene with the album Funeral. And yeah, so I think the first sort of side theme, Neighborhood 1, Neighborhood 2, and Une année sans lumière, Neighborhood 4. Yeah, great side, and kind of, you know, probably their best album, although they did do, I think their first 3 albums were all really good. But Arcade Fire for 2004, 2005, I'm going with Josh Rouse and his album Nashville, a sort of country tinged indie rock album. And yeah, it's with some really kind of catchy tunes, say particularly on side A, the first side. I haven't got the track listing here on this. So this is a reissue from 2013. I just noticed it says it's 2004, so maybe I've got it as 2005. I might have made a mistake already there. Okay, 2006, and I'm going with Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. Fantastic album throughout, to be honest, but I'm going with side A, Rehab, You Know I'm No Good, Me and Mr. Jones, Just Friends, Back to Black, and Love is a Losing Game. All brilliant tracks on a brilliant album with a brilliant career, tragically cut far too short. So that's Amy Winehouse from 2006. 2007, I'm going with my favourite guitarist and long-time musician, Richard Thompson. This is his 2007 album, Sweet Warrior, quite hard to find on vinyl. There's Mr. Thompson there. And this is this is a mix of his kind of quite caustic statement, amusing, witty kind of, so there's sort of 3 rockers on side 1. So I'm going with side A. Needle and Thread, Mr. Stupid, are both kind of his slightly almost, say caustic, comedic, amusing takes, but it has got a nice ballad on that track side as well. We're 2008, another one of my favourite bands from Canada, Black Mountain. I think they're from Canada, I'm saying that, maybe they aren't. And this is probably my favourite album by them, In the Future. In the Future, and I think side A, Stormy High, Angels and Tyrants. So this is kind of spacey psych rock, mix of male and female vocals, Black Mountain. Like a lot of their stuff, but this is my favourite album of theirs and a perfect side. Okay, US, now we're into 2009, and this is Astra, and their album The Weirding. This is a sort of, I don't know, what is it? This is psych rock as well, quite spacey. There's a picture of the band there on a magazine article. Quite spacey, trippy, ethereal, but again, have I gone for, well, actually, I've said side A, B or D on this double album are all perfect. A great kind of psychedelic rock mood piece. Okay, a band that I praise quite a lot, Sound Carriers from Nottingham, and this is their album from 2010, Celeste. This is a recent reissue. I didn't originally have it. I had it on CD when it came out, but I didn't have it on vinyl. Very expensive, but they reissued it a couple of years ago. And so, again, we're talking side A is a great side of. What have I done these the wrong way around? A great side of music. A perfect side of music. Boring. I'm getting boring now, aren't I? 2011. And I think also from Canada again. This is Blood Ceremony. So Blood Ceremony and Living with the Ancients. So again, there's a magazine article on the band. Sorry, this glare is terrible, but I said I'm not taking all of these out of the sleeves, particularly the ones that are in the double sleeves. That would be madness. They don't feature, by the way, but yeah, so Blood Ceremony. So they're kind of, again, doomy, psych, rock, with, you know, some flute in it. So kind of get compared to a sort of doomy, psych, Jethro Tull, female vocalist, great band, great band. Okay, a bit of neo-prog now, and British neo-prog for 2012. Again, one of my favourite bands, Big Train. This is their album English Electric Part 1 from 2012. Again, there's the band. And this is very British, English, and I think fantastic album. The first 3 sides of this double album are all perfect in my view. It's just a perfect feel for an English progressive rock neo-prog album, symphonic prog album. Big Train and English Electric. Okay, change of mood now, and we're into folk, and again another artists who I have championed. This is bad, isn't it? Sorry. Championed, and that is Josiane Clarke and Ben Walker. This is their album from 2013. Fire and Fortune. Second side begins with a title track. It's got a number of covers on it. So Green Grow the Laurels is also on side 2, but also a number of songs, original songs written by Josiane Clarke. Beautiful, beautiful, dark, sort of autumnal album, folk album. Okay. 2014, and this is probably my favourite album on the Fruit de Mer label. This is Torpedos and Brev Fran Edestorp. And I'm going for side A on this. So this is sort of a posthumous album, actually. I think the main person behind this band died, but they had the tapes and they pulled together an album. It's kind of a bit of a tribute. This has got like a textured, strange, like ice, like you're looking for a frosted window sleeve. But I've gone with side A. It's got, it's just real fuzzed psych, a lot of instrumental singing as well, but you know, big instrumental jams, psych. And it's got a cover of Theme 1, the George Martin song, on it as well, or Tima Elt. Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation there. So that's my 2014. 2015, and we're back in the folk vein, and the Unthanks Mount the Air, a beautiful, beautiful album. I've gone for side, well, A or B, I think. Probably side A. Mount the Air is a long kind of lot of instrumental, 10-minute piece with some beautiful vocals, and then it's got a mix of their kind of very traditional sounding, reflective sort of storytelling songs, and some real kind of dark folk songs like Died for Love. So yeah, side A of the Unthanks Mount the Air. Okay, this one's a bit of a swizz. This is 2016. Radiohead's Moon-Shaped Pool. I've gone for side A, Burn the Witch and Daydreaming, but it's only 10 minutes long. So yeah, a 10-minute side of music, side A of that album. So a sort of return to, I do like the OK Computer era. I'm clearly not musical enough or hipster enough to like all the other stuff after that I can't get into particularly, but I thought Moon-Shaped Pool was a kind of return to that similar sound of OK Computer. Okay, we're on to 2017, and War on Drugs and A Deeper Understanding. Yeah, this is real kind of, I don't know, quiet loud sort of, and certain style of vocals of the lead vocalist, but I really enjoy this album and the one that came before it. So yes, I've gone with side B on this album. Strangest Thing, Knocked Down, and Nothing to Find. Slightly more kind of ballady side, not as rocking but yeah, really interesting band. War on Drugs. 2018, I've gone with a favourite artist of mine, not my favourite album by him, and this is Ray LaMontagne. This is a pain of an album. It's got a plastic cover, which I've kept in the shrink, which I keep the record. I very rarely keep the record outside of a sleeve, but this plastic is doomed to crack or tear at some point. So I've just kind of leaving it as much as I possibly can, and hoping it survives. It says featuring Such a Simple Thing, which must have been a single, I guess, or a lead out track. But yeah, but side B that I prefer on this starts with that song. It is a fantastic song. This is really quite trippy, psyche, rocky Ray LaMontagne, who's normally quite Americana-ish, but this is, say, quite a psych, fuzzy sort of album for him. Okay, 2019, and I've gone with Susan Kircher's Supraphon, so they're from Germany, and a fantastic band. There's Susan Kircher, there's the band, and yeah, they're very, again, sort of psychedelic, rock, indie rock, psychedelic, quite trippy, quite ethereal, lovely voice, great band. I've just got their new album from 2024, and that is fantastic. Okay, so now the next three, unfortunately, are into my synthy, hauntology, instrumental phase, but I've got three artists for the next 3 years. So 2020, and I've gone with Kate Brooks, or John Brooks as she was then, Kate Brooks, and How to Get to Spring, a beautiful throughout really, but I'll pick side A, but side A or B I think are perfect on this. This is just a fantastic song that says what it does in the title, How to Get to Spring. It is, it's got piano, but lots of layered, lush instrumentation on it as well. Fantastic album, How to Get to Spring. And then one of my faves of the last few years, I've got all of his, or there, and that is Warrington Runcorn Newtown Development Plan. I've been bigging them up for a few years now, and it's good to see that other people have been picking up their albums. I'm saying because of me putting it in their minds. This is People and Industry from 2021, and I'm going with the side 2 on this. But this is just sort of a theme around the new towns and aspects of the new towns, and it's kind of instrumental driven sort of analog synth with sound clips included, and this is a great album, as are all of the albums that he has done. Okay, 2022, and it's Kate Brooks again, but as her alter ego Cafe Kaput. And this is Maritime Themes and Textures. So this is a clay pipe release, so as was the How to Get to Spring, and it's kind of like, if you imagine dinghies in a harbour jauntily bobbing around in a nice summer's day. That's the sound, instrumental sound, that this creates, and side B particularly creates that sound. And then one of my favourite albums from last year is Co-Pilot and Rotate. This is just great psych pop, indie psych, neo-psych album of great pop tunes by what's he called? Alan Peter Roberts, and then Leonore Wheatley. Leonore Wheatley is the singer with Sound Carriers, which is what kind of caught my attention. But yeah, this is Co-Pilot and their album Rotate. a great sort of spacey, poppy, indie neo-psych album. And then finally, 2024 has been a particularly good year. I think there are 4 or 5 albums that I've picked up this year that I've got perfect sides. And so I thought I'd just show one of them. I haven't done any recent finds with any new releases, but yeah, loving The Cure's latest album, and the second side of this I think is perfect. This is the one I got from the store. Yeah, so there we are, 20 minutes, 25 albums from the 25 years of the 21st century that have perfect sides. Yeah, perfect sides. Okay, cheers, VC, bye.